Welcome to Vice City. Ayúdame Dios. Stuck with no options, I pray hard. Negative vibes that I'm stay far. Hip-hop was there, so I gave hard. Studied the game and I played smart. I used to move in the bus or the train. Now I pull up in a race car with a bad bitch and an AR. Montana's if you wanna face scars. I was undercover by my lonely with a couple homies, just a none of them. Lot of people switched up on me, but I kept my focus on the 100 of them. Ton of vision, I was on a mission. I've been in the kitchen while the whipping good. Barely living, I was early grinding just to get some money. Now I'm feeling good. Contrabanding, we was stealing good.
Hey guys, and welcome back.
Welcome to the party.
Go along.
Tiburón.
Yo.
Wow, Andy. Estamos sync.
Gatita con mermelada.
So, what's good with you guys?
Chilling, bro.
Tranquilo, bro.
I just came back from therapy after the last episode.
How was it?
It was good, bro. It was good.
If you haven't listened, go listen to that last episode.
last
It was
episode.
it was crazy.
Definitely listen to
Very, very worth it. Like you know, I know a lot of you guys that listen. Sometimes you don't listen to the entire episode because we'll have a really long episode, a whole hour and shit like that. I know the people that follow through with the whole hour are usually at work and it helps you pass time. But if you're one of those people that you click and you support us for like 10, 15 minutes, this is that episode that you're gonna want.
You have to watch it. You have to, or
the entire. And it's only 45. It's a pretty decent size too.
However you want to do it, either watch it or actually download on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because
it was worth it. It was worth it.
Worth it.
Listen to the entire 45 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna take
it was
around 40 minutes.
Around 45, 47.
Very worth it.
Without further ado,
we got any phone calls today or?
No, not today. We asked you guys on Instagram to shoot some questions at us. Oh shit. We asked you guys on Instagram to shoot some questions at us, and we're gonna get to answering them right now.
It's a cover.
So, question number 1. How was the Andrew show and how did it go? About that, I mean, it was cool, bro. It was his last show in Miami. And
wait, is he moving, or he's just staying here in Miami?
No, he's moving. Like, his plan was to just come down here while like New York got their shit together.
Okay.
So he was gonna stay here for a couple months, but he's going back the beginning of summer when it gets like really hot here.
Right.
He said, "Para pinga, I can't stand that shit." But yeah, bro. It was awesome. I always leave super inspired after. So
that's good. Right?
Did he do any new skits or no?
Yeah, so he did some new stuff. You could tell that he tried out some new stuff in other cities and came back. And some of the older jokes that I had already heard, he like kind of remixed them. That's what comics do, bro. It's like they kind of like try out different ways to say it.
Delivery.
Yeah, and it was super fun. It felt like it was like brand new.
Because I was like, oh, why are you going to say the same joke, you know, in the same city? And you were said it, like, how many times he's done in Miami? Like, twice already, right?
He's done Miami, like, probably, like, 5-6 times. He did it, like, when he first came in, he did them, like, he did three nights, and he did, like, 2 shows per night.
Damn.
So that was just 6 in the first, like, and then this time he did,
I'm guessing you can't use the same
jokes.
He
did 2 nights with 2 shows per night, which was Saturday and Friday, 2 shows per night. That's nice. So yeah, he has to like kind of change it up. But yo, you know what's kind of crazy? So me and Manny were sitting in this table with some people who like we were just sitting in the table with other people. Like they separate you by like a seat in the middle, which at this point like whatever. And one of the other girls from that's in our table is I see her and I'm like and it looks like she's freaking out that like. Because one of the people in his crew, Alex Media, if you guys follow me, you know I've shouted him out. I even hit him up for a job, whatever.
Fire.
But he's a super cool guy, and so she's freaking out. She's like, she's like talking to her friend and then talking to this guy who's at the table with him, like, oh, whatever. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I know that she was kind of like pointing at him, and. We were seated kind of like the same place I was seated the first time that I went, and which happens to be like next to one of the cameras that he sets up. So I tell her like trying to be friendly and you know whatever. Like I was like, oh, if you're asking about him, like don't worry, like he'll come because he has to set up that camera. Mm-hmm. And she goes, oh no, I just texted him, like I know him, bro. What? And I'm like. Okay. Like, to me, this is like a celebrity, bro. Like, cause I see him, bro. I watch their show. Like, I'm subscribed to their Patreon, so I watch this guy like at least twice a week. Like, he's in the show, and I'm like, oh, whatever, bro. The guy comes to the table and
say hi.
To say hi to them. Cause I guess he knew them from like New York or something. Cause they didn't know they were from here.
No, for sure, New York.
Yeah, bro. So the guy comes to the table. I felt super embarrassed. Like in that moment, I'm like, oh, here I am telling you, like, oh no, don't worry, he's gonna come, like whatever. She's like, no, I know him. I just texted him to come over here, like, to say what's up. And I'm like,
damn, okay.
My bad.
What did you respond though? You're like, yo, fuck it.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Bro,
brushed it
what
off.
can I say there, bro?
I think you should have.
At that point, that was a flex, bro. That was like a nah. He's coming here.
You should have come
should've
back.
switched
Well,
it,
I know
though.
Andrew.
You should have switched it. You should have been like, oh, you should have laughed about it, like, oh shit, okay, you know him, and then you should have told him like, yo, I'm a big fan.
I did, bro.
And then like have
Mandy would have kicked me under the table. Like, shut the fuck up.
nah, fuck it, bro, and then have her do you justice. You feel me?
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to ask him in that moment.
Because then he would have said hi to you, and you would have been like, hi.
He said what's up to them. He was at their table and he was like, oh, well, like nice to meet you, whatever. But he knew that it was like just them three, and it was like another couple on our table.
Right. No, I get it.
It was another couple on our table, and then me and Mandy. So
get
it was
it,
like
I
a
get
total like 7 people on that table.
That would have been crazy.
But he said it was up to those 3 because like he knew him.
Before he goes back
And
to
bro,
stage.
at that moment, I was like, bro, like,
What's
Tipo super, go out, nice to meet you. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, nice to see you again, whatever. And I'm there thinking like, yo, el tipo estuvo aquí, yo, comiendo pinga.
Bro, that would have been lit though.
Damn.
Bro, but
You must be a line.
Hi. Come on, dámelo, tío.
I'm a line.
Aladino.
Yo,
But that was crazy, bro. I was like, yo, el tipo estaba aquí mismo.
Wow.
But yeah, that's a little story that
He
happened.
didn't clap you over or anything?
Nah, because he
only
bro,
said hi to the people he knew from
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
From that
Damn,
side.
you should have
Because
screamed out. Don't be rude.
nah, because also, bro,
They like shit like that.
but also he was running around because he had to set up the cameras and shit before the show
Right.
started. So he was
Right.
like kind of on a rush.
Okay.
He wouldn't have chatted with you anyway. He probably
Yeah.
just would have said.
No, he
hi.
literally to them he was just like, oh, how you doing, whatever, like, and then he just left.
Okay.
Like so, even with them that he knew, he wasn't like super like, oh, like let me give you the time of day, whatever. Because he's like, yo, like I gotta get ready for this
I gotta
fucking
get
show.
work.
Because if no, Andrew me va a pegar.
Yo,
Not for real.
let's next show, bro. Maybe it won't be in Miami. It'll be lit if you go to another city.
I'm already speaking into
run into him and then you tell him I'm from Miami, and they're gonna remember Miami like extremely well. They're gonna be like, yo, Miami, you're from Miami, fire. They're gonna be visiting Miami left and right too.
Yeah.
All right, I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I'll talk about it. So you guys know, a while ago, Andrew, he was saying he put on a story, if you're in Miami, and an editor, hit me up. And,
Yeah.
And bro, I don't consider myself like a super advanced like editor or nothing like that at all. But
You're highly driven.
highly driven, and if I know it's like for that, bro, I won't sleep, bro. Like I'll put everything into that. I'll fucking quit my job, bro. Like, cause this job I don't see myself in it for like a long time. And if he needs somebody to do that, like I would have been like, yo, I will fucking dive
100%.
in, bro, 120%.
I'm touring with Andrew.
Yeah, bro. I was like, boys, just wait. I'm gonna lift y'all up. Just wait.
That's your experience, bro. That's like the real.
Right. So whatever, I hit him up, and I hit Andrew up, and I hit up Alex, which is the guy who we went to the table. He's also their main production guy. And so I hit him up, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be real," because we've had a couple like back and forth on social media. So like,
Oh, he actually answered.
yeah, he's
That's
answered a couple times that I've like tagged him and shit. And
Right.
so like by Instagram handle, he must like at least like recognize by now. So I hit him up. And he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be real. We're looking for someone with like production level experience, like some like crazy experience because they were working on a project." So he's like, "Oh, but like maybe in the future, who knows?" So I was like, "Oh shit."
Was that over DM though?
That was over DM.
Fire. Because in the future, if that ever comes up ever again,
You show him.
and you say hi again or something like that, he'll see in the DM like, oh my god, in 2021 this kid messaged me.
No, and
You get me?
it's
So
crazy.
he'll see like, oh shit, I've talked to this kid before,
Yeah.
and it'll be automatic, like
Yeah.
Dude, and
different feel.
you know what's crazy about that moment is obviously like I got turned down, right? But you know what's crazy in that moment? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it so that one day I'm in the same room with these people,
Right.
and that might not even be a comedian. That might be just on a podcast like level, you know.
But you'll be prepared.
That shit low key motivated me to like be like, all right, you know what? One day, watch.
But
One day I'm gonna get in that room.
Yeah.
Facts.
And you'll be prepared for it.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna be better than you. That's what you want,
Good
though.
shit, bro.
But
Congrats.
not.
Bro, the whole point is
but like
to
be a
get-
colleague.
The whole point is you got that what if factor off of you. You actually messaged him and talked to him. At least you got closure. The guy turned you down and you know why. That's it. All you got to do is go back and work on it. And then
at least he wasn't rude about it.
Exactly.
Nah, he was a cool dude about it. And
whenever
time,
you message again, it'll be that time.
For sure.
Be prepared for it.
Let me get to some other questions that we got here.
Wait, can I ask you guys something? Because you said something important there. You were like, "Oh, I always leave motivated from the show."
Okay.
So I wanted to ask, like, are there things that you guys see that motivate you? Like when you see something, you always leave motivated. You know when we were talking about Disney?
Yeah.
When I saw that Disney thing at Disney of what's his name? Of Walt and like his life story, I left motivated as fuck from the park. Or the whole trip, actually. I got back home and I was like, yo, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like, it motivated me.
Like a video or like a movie?
It was like, it was like a little documentary. Okay. But it was actually in one of the theaters in a Disney park.
Right.
Do you guys ever walk out of something or like something specific, or you watch something specific that motivates you? You get me? Like, Alain said it. I went to the show. He knows he's going to walk out of there motivated. And he said it, like, I walk out of there motivated.
Right.
But you know what it is about that, though? It's not so much that, like, how do I explain this? And I told Mandy this when we were driving back, or when we getting into the car. It's crazy because seeing him live this many times, I've seen him live 3 times, and 2 of them were on this leg of his tour. And the first time that I ever watched him live was on the first tour that he did last year. Like he had like a whole set prepared, whatever. And this one, it kind of seeing him live this many times and being that close to him and seeing like the guys that I watch on that podcast, because another one of the guys that's on the podcast opens up for him. Another one of the guys is like not his manager, but it's his best friend that manages his like shit. And he was the show too. He was saying hi to people that were like kind of close to us, like that he knew personally, that he invited. So he was just there, and me and Mandy walked by him on the way out, and it's crazy seeing like someone that you see on TV or something, like in person. And
you're low-key getting closer every time.
For me, it humanized them more than anything.
Right.
Saying like, yeah, like I might see them as like idols, not all of them, but I might see them as like people I look up to. But it really made me feel like, oh, like these are just people.
It's very, you feel me? Like, it's very much possible.
After a while, you start molding into like,
right?
Like it's a regular.
Exactly, and I feel like every time that I go, like the more I go, the less like starstruck I get, and more of like a respect, like oh, like this is his craft.
I get it.
Like this is his like, but that's it. Like he's a normal person.
Yo, I like that you said that, bro.
It humanized them
because it's this kind of goes into I've had a few people ask me like in the past, like, yo, like, how'd you get confident? Or, like, how'd you work on that? And I think part of it is, like, my first job ever, I worked around a lot of famous people. And part of the rule was to not act starstruck and shit like that, right? But I genuinely wasn't. Like, when I would meet them, and that's it. Like you said, it humanizes them. I would meet them, and I'd be like, bro, he really is, like, just normal. Or she, right? You know, maybe if it was Lil Wayne or something, I would have really freaked out because, like, I'm passionate about it.
Yeah.
But then again, I think about it, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't. But like, bro, they're really just, they're humans. Like, or they're very much 100%. Like us. It's very, like, possible.
Right.
So I remember, the older I got, I would be with people that would get starstruck for things or very nervous, and I was like, no, bro, I don't. Because I kind of, like, worked on that in that past job. But I love that you fucking said that right now. Because that was the word. Like, it humanizes people. You realize, like, bro.
This is a regular person.
Exactly. And for some celebrities, they're not even like...
They don't like that.
And they're not even cool. Like some celebrities, you meet them and you're like,
at all,
I wouldn't want to be around you, bro.
At all.
You're a piece of shit.
I mean, I understand, bro, because imagine you're in the airport and whatever, you get a bunch of fans always asking for pictures.
Right.
You're with your family.
They automatically go like block mode.
Yeah.
They're very cold and...
Something like Kim Kardashian. Imagine walking down Target. Bro, they have to wear wigs and hats. And
it's excessive, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because people trip out. No, but if you meet them, like, for example, I used to work at a building. So I would meet these famous people getting into their car and have small chat with people. Or actually say hi to us. Like, yo, how you guys doing?
Did you have a small chat with celebrities, like, every once in a while?
Yeah.
Like Peyton Manning and stuff?
No, not Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, we just kind of waved at him. Because he was nice as fuck. So he would wave at us, like kind of from afar.
Grande.
Yeah, he's tall as fuck. I really did not know he was
the general.
I really did not know he was that big. And it's funny because he dresses like a grandpa. Like his blue jeans were a little high, so you could see his white socks.
With the plaid.
And sneakers.
Since college, bro. They used to call him dad, like the old dad.
Yo, y tremendo frentú, bro. His forehead was like, wow, big ass head. But he's huge. So whatever, we would say hi. I spoke to a bunch of people, like small chat. there was people that I spoke to that I really didn't even know who they were till they left, and someone told me like, "Yo, you know what that guy does?"
Those are the best moments.
And I was like, "Yeah." My favorite moment was when I met the Pandora guy, the guy who invented Pandora. Period. He invented it and blew it up, and then he sold it off.
Right.
But he's the one who invented Pandora, and I was like, when he told me what he did, I was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" You and I just had an amazing conversation.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
I was a bellman, and I had to go throw away boxes, and they were his boxes. And he was like, "Hey, can you show me where you're gonna go to throw away the boxes so I know for future reference?" And I told him like, "Bro, I in a nice way, in a polite way, I basically told him, bro, you live here, you're a rich guy, you're never gonna see it. Like, you call and we take care of that for you." And he goes, "No, but I want to know. Where." I was like,
Okay,
walk with me, follow me, I guess." So we're walking, and he's Louis down, by the way. His entire suit is Louis.
right.
The jacket, the shirt, the tie. I didn't even know Louis made ties and shit like that. The pants, the shoes were the only thing that weren't Louis. I don't remember what the shoes were.
Gucci.
The loafers were hard. The belt was Louis. I noticed all that shit because I'm into fashion. Obviously, you know this. I'm big as fuck on fashion. Like, this is my thing. Fresh. And he has a weird accent. And we're just chatting, talking. And I don't even remember what the conversation was about. And then it kind of came up where he was like asking me like, do I like my job or something like that? I don't know. And I asked him like, what do you do? And he told me like, oh, now I'm doing this and that, but I kind of like make businesses sometimes. And like my biggest one is Pandora. And I stopped him and I was like, what? And he goes, no, Pandora, like we have a few stores here like with the bracelet. I was like, a few? Pandora?
Every mall.
I told him, bro, I've wasted my money on your on your products before. Like, I didn't say waste or whatever, but
I've used my money. Yeah.
No, because back then, I didn't have much money. So if you just spend on something like that, it's like, yo, chill, don't. Pandora's not the cheapest thing ever either. So I don't. I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like, you and I imagine I would have walked into the conversation already knowing he was the inventor of Pandora. It changes the feel for things.
100%.
I still would have acted cool.
You get more nervous though.
But you get a little nervous.
But I would have been the entire time. I'm like, bro, this guy's loaded.
I have a similar story as well because I used to work at the Palace in the Gables, and the Palace is an old retirement home from rich people.
Yeah.
Bro,
I didn't know.
Wealthy people, very wealthy.
Yes, I used to work at a pizza place across from there, and like the los viejos will go have lunch with like the nurse, like the nurse would come with them to have lunch at the place, and we used to.
Bro,
those people are loaded. But to us, it was just like unos viejos, like nice viejos. Like,
bro, these are millionaires, bro.
Yes.
I don't know how much the rent was monthly, but it was a good amount.
So who did you meet?
But the point is, I was close with the doctor, the head physician for Miami Heat.
Wow.
His grandpa, his dad used to lives there.
That's a big ass job,
bro. He was the head surgeon, the main orthopedic doctor for Miami Heat. And then we got connections or whatever. I started like, oh, what does your son do? What do you do? He's like, oh, my son's the doctor for Miami Heat. You watch the Heat? I'm like, hell yeah, I watch the Heat.
Yeah, of course.
Yo, that's lit.
And he's like, oh,
you walk out of those conversations like,
yeah,
that's one,
and it opens your mind too. Like, holy shit,
that's one. And there was another lady, she was super nice, a sweetheart. She's like, oh, I used to play golf back in the day. She was like, okay, whatever. I searched her up in the Google. The first woman to win the championship tour in golf was her.
Wow. She's like legendary.
She's a
legend.
Legendary. I didn't know. I come back the next day. I'm like, yo, but you didn't tell me this was you. She's like, I didn't want to tell you. It was up to you. Search it. Yeah, because she knew I was going to search her up afterwards.
That's lit. That's crazy, right? I think the guy I would talk to the most was Zumba.
The creator of Zumba?
Yeah, the creator of Zumba. I would talk because he's
Brazilian.
He's
Brazilian, right?
Because he lived there for a minute. No, man, he's
I think he's Brazilian.
He's actually Colombian, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Like, let me confirm. I'm almost like positive. I'll confirm in a bit. I just don't want to waste time and like search it. But bro, oh my god, I've met so many. I'm gonna tell you a few more. The creator of Zumba, I would talk to him often, bro. Because he lived there for a while. A lot of people would come and visit him. So we were all like, we were like all really connected, bro. We would say hi on some regular shit. He would walk in and be like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" Regular shit. In the beginning, I met him and I was like, "Where the fuck have I seen that guy before?" And my coworkers would tell me like, "Yo, he's the Zumba guy," and he had fire ass cars. He had good taste in cars.
Right.
But yeah, he's the one that I would talk to often. And we would talk about like health and shit like that. He was very big on that.
That's what's up.
And he had like big Zumba instructors visit him often. Because, Zumba's now like I want to say it's kind of like a franchise thing where you can become like a head of a Zumba somewhere. Fire. He was gangster. Brito.
Oh.
He was live.
You used to live there too?
Yeah.
What?
He was live. I had to get stuff for him for a party that he threw. And when I walked into the party, he had already memorized me. We became cool because he had, he has a little curly hair afro, and I had my curly hair. Well, I still have my curly hair, but when I go to work now, I tie it up and in my like bun or
Back
ponytail.
in the day, you just
Back then, I did this like there. I could get away with it there. So then he would talk to me about it, and we would talk. He asked me like, "Oh, do you have Brazil in you or something like that?" Because he's Brazilian, and we had his curls look like mine but tighter, shit like that. Just kicking it.
Yeah.
And then he was in a Ferrari. The whole thing is yellow, but the back is his painting style. And I remember when he walked away, I asked my coworker, like, bro, that shit looks like those paintings that are all over Miami. He goes, bro, that's the guy. His name is Brito. And I'm like, yo, no way. So I would have conversations with these people, and as they walk away, I'm like, bro, that's crazy. I never know who. And it's honestly like the best because I talk to him normal. Like we were talking about hair. I don't even.
Right.
I'm not.
They probably enjoy that shit too. Like they're like, yo,
Yeah,
I can finally be normal.
that I never asked him about painting.
Yeah.
Or art all around Miami. Or you get me? We had a normal blown conversation. So whatever. That same night, actually, he has a party in his condo, and he needed to get stuff and shit like that. So I took part in like helping him get everything. We had to leave the property and get shit and come back. So I walked into the party, and it was a good feeling. Like he would see me from far and tell me like, "Yo, come this way, bring it over here." And we
you had
were
a tight old lady too.
we were chatting. Yeah, right.
That's a callback to last episode.
But this is the thing. When I walk in, I notice other famous people in this condo. But I'm trying not to stare too hard.
Right,
Where I'm
right.
like, no. But I notice people, like a soccer player or something
Right,
like that.
right.
I noticed. I was like,
For
yo,
sure.
this is lit. I'm dropping everything off, and he's like clapping me up. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me. He was like a nice guy there. But I've heard from around there that he's a dick. But me,
Tacañón.
since I didn't know who he was, normal
Yeah, of
ass
course.
conversation, bro.
Right, right.
Let's
I
get
don't
to
know who else. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
like
Go
that. I
ahead.
like
Let's
that.
get to another question. So we have advice that you give but never take yourself.
Oh, the sleeping. I can never fucking sleep early. I always tell everybody to sleep.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna keep it simple for
Sleep.
that one. Go ahead, you guys got a good one or a juicy one?
Self timer.
Oh, to be places on time?
Yeah.
Yeah, your ass.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I think for me, it's a sleep thing too, bro. Like, I suck at planning my day. Not that, like I can say, all right, I'm going to wake up at this time. I'm going to do this so I can have time for it.
Wrong.
Doesn't happen.
The next day you wake
Also, what I'm trying to not do is I'm trying to take less naps, bro.
you nap a lot?
Sometimes. Like, it could be like, I don't know, bro. Like, on a lunch break, I'll go to my car, 10 minutes. Nap.
Oh hell no. I can't
But,
do
like,
that.
That is crazy.
No,
That's
I've mastered the 10-minute nap. Because really, they're like, oh, that's all you need.
Bro, there was a TikTok.
True.
There was a TikTok the other day. He goes to sleep. He wakes up. It's dark. 1 a.m.
Yo, that's
He's like,
facts,
"Oh,
man.
I'm gonna go sleep 10 a.m. After work." Wakes up. What?
Está de pinga.
He goes to his mom's door. Mom, what we got for food today?
Bro,
Right.
1
Yo.
a.m. dog is over.
But yeah, bro, I'm trying to be less on naps because I feel like you waste your day, bro.
It fucks me up because I gym pretty often. I work a lot. I need my sleep. Like, you get me? We've done this before. You can go to the gym all 5 days a week and go ham. If you didn't get your sleep, you did nothing.
Terrible.
Exactly.
Your body's not gonna recover. You're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna feel like shit.
Hell yeah.
So like, you know how you said, oh, I want to wake up at this time and do this and that. I'll actually do that. Like, I'll actually comply with like my schedule, but I'll feel like shit. You know what you nada, bro. And it's different when you go to work and you're
Activo.
refreshed, and you go to work and you're like,
In a bad mood,
It-
bro.
it's a big
I
difference.
Hate that, bro.
The quality of your work is not the same.
I hate that because you're always in the bad mood. As soon as
It's like, bro, imagine you showing up to the pod with like an hour of sleep. The pod is gonna be ass for you.
ass.
If you got all your
Yeah,
full
you-
night
you
sleep,
wanna leave.
You walk in here creative and you're ready to go.
Right.
Same shit.
100%.
That's the only reason why I'll complain about
It's
sleep.
very
bro.
and sleep is very important, bro. We don't see that now,
I
bro. 'Cause
know.
we always talk shit about it.
I know.
But
it is.
that's when you start getting headaches and migraines and all that bullshit if you don't sleep.
The aging.
Bro, I'm
Yeah, bro.
23. If I don't get my sleep, I feel like a 37-year-old, bro.
I'm gonna look like
Facts.
I'm gonna look older than what I already.
Fucking got bags under
Look.
your eyes and shit.
All right, hit me a line. Hit me.
Let's see.
Does anybody ask for advice?
Yeah. So we also asked for advice, and then we asked some pretty good ones. So the first one, how to deal with a clingy ex.
That's
How
tough.
do you deal with a clingy ex, bro?
Ese está fuerte. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I guess it depends, like what kind of clingy. Like, is it like she keeps hitting you up?
That's
Or is it
true.
like
That's
she keeps
true.
like looking for you?
Like stalking.
That's true.
That's not even clinging. That's like
Like let's say
restraining order?
let's say you posted that you're at the club and she shows up.
Whoa.
Is it that kind?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that because I've seen people that, depending on how long you were with them, or not even, some people are just crazy. You could have been with them for a short amount of time, and I don't know, they just follow you and shit like that. Like we gotta know what type of clingy.
Yeah, but there's a borderline of clingy and psycho.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
So it depends what it is. I don't know. I'm gonna give an example, and then I guess we can just go off that. Let's say your ex was like following you around.
That's crazy.
Hey,
Eso está fuerte.
No, eso está fuerte.
Yeah, because that's like
But
a delicate situation.
I'm gonna get my mom involved.
Hey, if she comes around
Mami,
sooner.
mira. Nah, bro. I feel like if that was the case, I would have a genuine conversation. I'd be like, why can't you just leave me alone, bro?
Nah,
Like-
I would do the same.
Like for real, like yo, like live your life. Like do your own thing. Like why the fuck are you like still?
Facts. Like, why you so
No, I agree.
Despegue.
I would agree too.
Despega de mí.
Nah, you know what? It all depends though. Like, if you have an ex and you guys broke off on some nasty shit, and then this ex is being clingy with you, you know, it kind of makes sense. Like, the whole thing was just unhealthy, right? I think if that happens to you, I think you should find not find the ex, but at some point have some type of confrontation with the situation.
To clarify things.
And then talk like, yo,
100%.
you know, I know we ended off on some nasty shit, which
But
is
I
part
can't
of the
see you
reason
no
with the clingy stuff,
Yeah.
and then keep it 1,000.
I can't see you anymore. 100%. Like, straight up.
Something like that, you know? That's the
So to answer that question, communication. Let her know what's up.
yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure some people, like, they're not wording it right, or
they'll just avoid it. And be like, oh, this bitch is here again. Or
Yeah.
Like this guy is here again.
they like the attention. Maybe.
But at
You
some
never know.
point,
you gotta address it. Like you gotta.
it has to be
Yeah, it has
addressed.
to be addressed.
I'm
Communicate.
like, yo, like what's going on here?
I
bro?
actually have a homie, and I'm not gonna say his name so I don't put him out there like that. He had a clingy ex, and he just never dealt with it. It eventually just went away. But in that window of time, things happen. You get your car keyed, you know, shit like that.
excessive,
Oh, I know
bro.
what you're talking about.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
So it just kind of went away.
See, but he didn't.
but-
he didn't
But
address
anyway.
it.
Yeah, no, but it went away because she destroyed your shit.
Yeah.
Or yeah. That's,
No, eventually the girl just got tired. Like, yo, fuck it, he's just not gonna talk to
yo,
me.
but like it shouldn't get to that point, bro. Like, what's the point
Facts.
of doing that?
Some people are psycho. Some people are psycho.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a borderline.
I'm pretty sure
of
there's people out there that they broke up regular and
Clingy?
the person was still like on some crazy shit. The thing is that, bro, if there really is a big difference in like clinginess. You know, like if she's like she is following you or whatever, that's like kind of
It's a little
crazy,
weird.
right?
If she keeps on blowing your DMs, you can just like stop.
You
You
know,
see,
because-
but that's normal though.
Like
You can
could
confront
block
that.
somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, you could block it. Very true. Very
But
true.
if they show up to your shit, like it's kind of like weird.
She starts sending
Especially
you money
if you already blocked them, that's kind of like yo. How the
Yo,
fuck
she
you
starts
doing-
sending you money,
Money
on
on
Cash,
Cash
App.
App.
Answer me.
every
Yo.
dollar.
And I'll wait till
Hey, I'm gonna keep cashing. The fuck?
every time it comes in, you cash out.
Or and you know what? Some people will just request instead of putting $1, they'll just request with a note.
You want to talk to me? Question mark. $20. You requested
And
20
their
bucks.
request is like,
Damn.
can I
Nah,
block you on Cash App?
No,
too?
at some point the confrontation has to happen.
You have to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and also the advice what I would give is like if you're the person who's on the other side, like let's say you know the couple's A and B. If B's the clingy one, if you're A, address it on good terms. Because at the moment you can be so heated that you'll confront it in a negative way and in bad spirits.
Like an aggressive, like
Exactly, because you're just fucking mad.
you're not. You're
Or
not
you're
state of
tired or
mind.
whatever.
100%.
I think A should chill until A is ready to confront
Yeah.
and handle it accordingly, like regular. Like, yo, look, we're adults. Let's talk.
Well said. Because I feel like A has done the same thing, but before, I'm pretty sure you've been a little clingy with other like
So,
relationships.
yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Like, people just go through shit. Like I said, there's different levels of cleanliness.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, we got another advice question. How do I tell my man he has bad breath?
Say it.
In his face.
At least me, when I
We're not gonna say 'cause we said it would be anonymous, but this is. I mean, yeah, no. I guess it kind of says it. Yeah, it's a woman to a guy.
To a guy.
Okay. So, just say it, dude. Like, I would just say it. The people I've dated in my past and shit, like, I've been cool enough to tell them, like, yo,
I think. I think offer them gum.
Usted tiene una pesta, clase de pesta boca.
Nah, bro. At least me, I would say like that, like direct, but in a nice way. Like, yo, I know it's not your fault, but
It is.
something's happening right now. And I'll just tell him.
Yo,
Or look,
just let them know straight up.
how about you chew gum and you're like, yeah, you want some?
I guess it could get complicated.
Nah.
nah. Como que nah?
I guess it could get complicated because for me, because I'm outspoken a little bit, so I don't mind just telling someone straight up like,
Yo, your shit stinks.
I'll make
boy.
it like a funny thing, like it won't be that big of a deal for me. But if you're more of like a chill person, you're more relaxed and reserved, it might be harder for you to tell someone like, yo, eso está caliente.
Picante está eso.
Yo, what's the
I don't
episode
know
of
if you're
SpongeBob?
reserved,
Shit comes out.
the smoke.
Yeah, smoke.
Now, if you're a reserved person, you have to directly say it, but you there's easy ways to go about it.
Ooh. Yo, I feel bad for her. She's the one kissing him and stuff.
You see that there you go, but that's why you have to address it. You're not just keep there suffering this shit.
Hey,
Try to make a morning routine. Hey, let's brush our teeth together.
yeah, that's
Hey,
Try to make it, inclusive.
inclusive.
I would be
couple
funny.
things.
I would be funny about it. Like, yo, I don't know if it's something you ate or something, but I'm just gonna tell you because I love you. If
Your
I didn't
shit
love
stinks.
you, if I didn't love you, I would leave
Yo, you had tuna today?
I would
Ooh.
I would leave you with bad breath and all. But since I love you,
Yo,
let me tell you something.
Yo,
Tú comiste algo.
what if you try to like?
And then offer gum.
What if you try to like double down? Like now you try to have the worst breath and you're like, "Te gusta eso?" Eh?
Yo.
Yo.
And if the other person fucks with it, like you guys laugh together, that's the one.
Damn.
You're just there on
Hold
each other.
Hold on.
Mostaza breath.
Tuna breath. Oh.
Just say it.
Oh.
Just say it.
Yeah, I think that's the.
If you say it without being too serious, it won't be that big of a deal. You just gotta say that shit in good vibes. Laugh a little bit. Tell them like, hey, look, I'm telling you because I fuck with you.
Yeah.
Or hey, straight up, tell them straight up, yo, I'm gonna tell you because I want to keep kissing the fuck out of you, like that. And that
There
person
you
won't
go.
take it wrong. The person will be like, hey,
Yeah.
let me wash my. You know what? Let's go to Walgreens together.
Get some mouthwash. All right,
Let's go to. You want some?
Yo, is the
Shit,
safety on in that shit, bro?
No, chill.
Let me see. We have. Do you think everyone's a hypocrite to a certain extent?
Yeah,
I think it depends. With
that's a fucking good ass question. Yes. I think mainly I just had this conversation the other day with my mom. Mainly because we all go through different stages. So how you think now,
Yeah.
10 years from now, you probably won't think that way anymore, and you'll
100%.
find yourself like, oh shit, you know what? I changed my mind. So in a conversation that you had with someone now versus later, technically you had a hypocrite moment, but no, you just changed. I think at some point everybody.
Which is normal.
But you remember back.
I would hope that people change.
You remember back in the day, we're never gonna do drugs. We thought drugs were horrible. I'll never do that. I'll never do that to my body.
And look at us
we
now.
got older, like, yo,
Vamos a fumar un blunt.
bueno, I kind of like this beer.
Periquito, ping, ping. No.
I kind of like, or alcohol. I kind of like this beer right here.
Bro, I remember they used to drain
not-
that on us.
Yeah,
Don't smoke.
I would-
Smoking is bad.
I would say that.
Bro,
Yeah, and then I bought a hookah and shit. The binga.
No. Smoking is bad, and then you catch the teacher on our lunch break un cigarro ahí.
Yeah.
Cigarrillo.
Yeah, bro. I had a teacher in elementary that she had a twitch, because of how much cocaine she did back in her day, and her nicotine addiction now and shit like that. She had tremendo twitch.
Bro,
She'd be in the middle of the class, and she would have the hard twitch. Though.
Wow.
kind of connecting the last two questions, bro. Have you ever had a teacher who had like tremendo cigarro breath? And like,
Yes.
bro, I
Or
hated
coffee
that,
breath?
bro. Yeah,
Nah,
Bro.
the coffee one is normal though. I would spot it and I'd be like, oh, it's coffee. But when it was smoke, you would notice. You're like, yo.
Because it stays on your clothes
I had a
too.
teacher.
How do you tell a teacher that? How do you think you would tell a teacher that?
No.
You can't.
No, I think one time I
I mean,
let
you
it.
can, but I don't know.
I think one time he saw me because I backed up.
You put it like on. It's like, oh, let me grade your papers on the back of the test. Yo, can you please?
Please don't smoke.
Yo, nah. What I think it might have been middle school. It was like a substitute teacher, and he talked to me and hit me hard, and I backed up and I was like, yo, and I think he noticed. But you gotta tell them shit, brother. They're fucking teachers and shit. Whatever.
Yo, remember that? Remember Mr. Drew back in middle school? Yo, shout out Mr. Drew if you listen to this.
Mr. Drew.
Yeah, he was like world history. Coffee breath up the ass. Remember?
I had it in middle school. I had another teacher, and she had coffee breath.
Bro,
That's just normal though.
but it was so bad. It was like embedded in like taste buds.
And those are teachers that talk to you close, cause
all the time.
Because I had a few teachers in middle school. They never some of the IB teachers. Yo, I hated that shit when they would put their fucking pamper booty in front of your ass. They're talking at one desk and you're the one in the back.
You're
like,
next to them, or you're next to them, and they're like, "Yo, let me see your test."
Bro.
Yo,
Bro,
apunta, pero no dispare.
hey, that was good. They had a teacher. It was middle school, and she was famous for that. She would just fucking bend over in front. But she was so it didn't even look good. It was literally like pobrecita. And one of the badass kids in the back was like behind her ass going like or like biting.
Oh, they would be humping her.
Yeah, shit
Yeah,
like that.
I remember.
And bro, the teacher caught him one time, and everybody freaked out like, "No."
Oh, he's fucked.
Yeah, but he was doing the licking.
Oh.
And and she was a dick. But he got saved. That she was in good spirits.
Who was it?
Mrs. Lee.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Mrs. Lee? IB, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was like, she was a serious lady.
Yeah.
But thank God that day, I guess she woke up different or something. And she got up
So,
and she goes, "Don't think I don't know. I was your age one day or something like that." And we were like, "No."
Wow.
He would have got lit up.
Desabate, go to
No,
church
papi.
porque
Desabate.
reza porque.
Hey,
He got lit up that day.
do you not
Hey, did a teacher ever fart? You never
Yes.
caught that? Yo, the first time I caught that shit, I died, bro. And she was so embarrassed. I would never forget. Everybody we would all say it, bro. The whole entire year after that, we were like mimicking what she was saying. Cause she farted and we all died. And she goes, "Hey guys, it's not funny, guys. It's normal. It's normal.
Guys, please
stop. It's not funny, bro." The whole year I went saying that shit in the middle of the highway to everybody. "Guys, stop. It's not funny," and everybody would die because we remember that moment. That was a
funny.
historical moment.
That's funny.
See it.
Let's okay. We have, is comfort a weakness? Like being comfortable? I think so. I think it can be, and it's a yes or no.
Yes, 50-50.
Because if you're too comfortable, you're not willing to go that extra mile that like to really set yourself apart.
Right.
So then it becomes a weakness.
So it becomes a weakness.
There you go.
I think
Well said.
I say yes and no because I think it depends on the situation. Like
Relationship wise?
I mean,
or like a phase.
maybe.
Right.
I think there's phases in life where maybe you have to be a little comfortable and chill for a bit.
To go the next step.
Uh-huh.
Well said.
Like,
I like that.
you gotta know when to act on.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I guess, or for example, like, I don't know, let's say you're an underprivileged person.
Okay.
And you have to make the best of what you got. If you're comfortable and you're happy, I kind of feel like that word goes with happiness a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable and happy with what you got, it's like a flex in a way. This is like a superpower for you. Like, I'm comfortable. I'm not complaining about what I don't have. But then, for another person that they're like a go-getter, comfortable becomes a weakness. So I guess it depends on the person, the phase.
Mm-hmm.
So yes and no.
Well, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think it depends also on the environment. If you're talking about like in a job setting, being comfortable could hurt you
It can.
because it's like you could be either earning so much more money,
You hit it on the money.
or you could be like, if you're not happy in a job, but you're comfortable because it pays just enough,
Yeah.
like you'll never really like go for it. You'll never really like.
And you know what?
You're not going to the other step.
I think
Right.
And you know what? Some people
Or you're not
wanna
willing
be
to take a
comfortable.
chance.
Yeah.
Like
On yourself.
exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe in a relationship it might be.
But then again, some
bad.
people want to be comfortable. Like, for example, me, I've always said it out loud to people, like, yo, I live for the pressure. But other people can't. Or they don't like
I
that.
live for the pressure.
I do. I like
People, how do you feel, Andy? Oh, I live for the pressure.
I feel pressured right now. I like it. I feel pressure on my ass. Like, I'm just shit.
Maxita.
Bro, no, but for real, I really do live for the pressure. Like, when I've been in pressure moments,
Right.
at first, depending on what it is, I'll be like, fuck. But then I'm like, this is what I want. This is what I asked for, technically.
Also, you like those nerves?
But
butterflies?
there's people that don't like all that pressure. They like, I guess something else that gives them their fix of like, I feel successful and fulfilled, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with pressure.
Right.
You get me?
Right.
Like, for example, if you're the head of Amazon, there's a lot of pressure on you. You're the head.
Yeah.
But if you have
A lot of people's lives are dependent on you.
But if you have a top chairman position, you don't have as much pressure as the top guy, and you're still making amazing money in this. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about that at a huge, 100 different angles. But to answer your question, no, I don't think comfort means weakness technically, like 100%. I think it depends on the person in face.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's all we have for today.
I was solid.
What questions?
The questions and
Yeah.
advice were pretty good.
Yeah, I like those questions.
We're gonna do this every once in a while. If you ever need some advice or something, or just a fucked up topic or anything like that that you
Yeah.
want us to cover, super down.
I like that. I like that.
Once again, thank you guys for watching, for listening. You know, we would like if you guys comment, rate, follow us on all social media platforms, and I mean that's all you're at.
We've been getting DMs lately and shit like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Keep DMing us and keep
Yeah, for
commenting
sure.
and stuff like that. The communication helps us kind of
Improve.
and feed like what you guys want to hear. We don't
Yeah.
want to talk about shit that you guys don't want to hear.
Also, yeah, if you guys have any feedback on like, oh, like you guys should have, I don't know, a segment where you guys talk about this, or you guys should do like I would enjoy if you guys did this. Send it our way. We're always open to new ideas. So
Mm-hmm.